Good morning, everybody. How you doing? Good morning. Wow, this is a room full of people. I was not expecting this many people because the last time I spoke, there was like 10. So I'm very, very honored, and I don't know if she's here, but I received a phone call that somebody said that, "Oh, can I sign up to the presentation on Wednesday?" And I'm like, "Sure." She says, "I heard this guy is pretty good." And so my friend said he's pretty good. And I said, "Well, I will let you know that okay, I'll tell him for you." So if you're here, I apologize, that was me on the phone. I didn't want to say anything, but I didn't want to say, "Yeah, it's me. What do you think?" "Yeah, dude." So I kept it to a low key, but it's humbling to have every opportunity to come and speak to people and to share about what God has placed on my heart and my ministry, what we do, and the opportunity to come here and work at the facility here at Florida Hospital Zephyr Hills. Zephyr Hills is a community that I've learned to love, and I'm from Brandon, so it's literally, you guys are like far away from me. So, but it's amazing what I've learned in the past 2.5 years, and it's so exciting to see what you guys have done in this community, and it's an honor to be a part of it with you guys. So here, let's get started right away. We're here to talk about win your fat battle, right? Okay, so let me show you. This right here is 5 pounds of fat. What it looks like. So for me, it'd be like here, or here, or here, okay? But I'm pass that around if you don't mind, so you could feel that. That's what 5 pounds of fat. It's dead weight, okay? It's dead weight. Now this one is to show the separation of muscle tissue and fat tissue, okay? Some people have this idea that I could turn my fat into muscle, okay? Fat and muscle don't mix, like oil and water don't mix. Okay, so what we need to do is learn what we need to do to change the ratio. Okay, what do we need to do to reduce the fat and increase the muscle tissue or maintain the muscle tissue? Because this is the volume of your body. Your body weight can change up and down, but the bottle's, is limited on what it could do. But we change the fat, we can increase the muscle, maintain the same, or decrease, okay? So I'll let you guys pass this around so you can take a look at that. But don't drink it. It wouldn't be, I'm just putting warnings. Somebody might be, I've been kind of parched lately. This looks good. Okay, so here we get started. This is me again, Casio Jones. I'm the Director of Wellness here. We have great programs here at the Zephyr Hill Wellness Center. If you haven't got a chance to check it out, come on by and see the new facility we have and see the great programs we have. Like I said, it's all here for the community. And to add to what Brendan was saying earlier before, our plans to have outside equipment. Now these outside equipment is going to be actually like ellipticals. There's actually outdoor leg press, chest machines. It's not like go to a station, try to do a pull-up. No, this is actual exercise machines you can do outside all the time, 24 hours a day. And so it's the goal to make our walking path up front a landmark for the community where people could come and be active, okay? It'll be tied in with our wellness center, but that's free. This is something we want to do for our community. So we need your help. So think about it, pray about it, and see if it's something you can think about. And I think we have a rendition. Don't we have like a model of it somewhere?
We'll have it at the walking trail ribbon cutting.
Hey, you guys, come to the ribbon cutting. You get to see me again. All right, here we go. These are my 2 kids. This is Dominic and Gabriel. This is Dominic. I guess I'm using my pointer here. Dominic is 8 and Gabriel's 12. You could tell they look like daddy. All right. This is Action for Life. This is my television ministry. It's on a platform called 3ABN. It's on Verizon channel 291, Dish Network 93, 93, or 98, 98. But it's on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It's a 30-minute workout program that combines wellness and faith-based combined. It reaches about billions of people around the world. I get emails from all over the world. I get opportunity to speak all over the world. And this is I'm very blessed to have a media ministry that we could touch people and just share a little bit, make it fun, and let them know how being active is something we're supposed to do. So this is my book and DVD. It's called Action 65. It's a 65-day lifestyle challenge. You can check that out if you want to. It's action65.com. All right, so as you see here, this is a trend, what we're suffering with our nation. Our nation, we're dealing with a lot of extra mass. And you'll see from 91 that the percentage down here, this is 10%, and 91, we had no 30% states that had a 30% population of obesity. 95, you start to see it increase to 15, and then in 2000, 98, 2000, you start seeing getting a higher mark. What we're starting to see is this trend of increase, and increase, and increase. And here we are to roughly around where we are, 2010, we have, look how many states are 30% obesity. This is an epidemic. You can see the pattern. This is an epidemic. We look back at times, we look at in history of certain diseases. We have malaria or come on, give me some diseases that killed people. Polio, smallpox. We saw that was a mass epidemic went across. And they made a quick urgency to eradicate that, to stop that. But because of this, we have a lot of people dying from cancer, a lot of people dying from heart disease, a lot of people dying from diabetes. And it has a lot to do with stem with this extra 5 pounds that adds up and compounds in all different places of our bodies. Okay? And that's not what God has wanted you to do. That's not what you were designed to be, a storing place for fat. Okay? I call it, when we make lifestyle choices, it's early retirement from the gospel service. Each one of us are called to do something very special, to be a part of some big part of God's big love story. It's just that the choices that we make sometimes derails us from achieving our purpose. Does that make sense? So let me tell you something, guys. I got some good news. Ready? He's not done with you yet because you're still above the ground. So that means we still got something to do, right or wrong? All right. So let's learn what we could do. Okay. This is I'll be honest with you, this is a whole new presentation. So bear with me if I go a little, because this is new for me. You know how for pastors trying new material, it's kind of like, kind of scared. So bear with me, okay? But this is, what I'm doing is, Creation Health is Florida hospitals, I guess you could say, did a lot of research and taken old health principles, biblical principles, and added modern science today that came out what we call, using the acronym, Creation Health. Each one of these are like a spoke in your wheel. You remember riding a bicycle, they have the spokes, remember those days? Mm-hmm. And you had a loose spoke and you didn't tighten up, what would happen? It would affect all the other ones, wouldn't it? All the ones start to come on wobble. Well, these are 8 principles that each one are independent, but yet they all work together. And it's a requirement for us to figure out how to maintain a sense of balance in all those areas. And that helps us from living a wobble life into a life that is consistent and steady and able to have abundance of life. And you're going to learn a lot more about Creation Health down the road. And you're going to see much more these days. So you're going to take notes. We could get some more stuff about Creation Health. But what I'm doing this time, I'm combining Creation Health with understanding how can that affect or give me the tools to have weight loss or fat loss. Is that cool? Yeah, okay, shake your head. Okay, that's all you have to do. I promise, not a whole lot of exercising today. All right, here we go. Choice. This is one of the first one, and very important because everything we have is the ability to choose. You know, we have 2 types of consequences, yes or no, good and bad, right? We tell our kids, we tell our grandkids about making good choices, but when it comes to us, are we making good choices? So it's important when you're dealing with reducing the body fat, the choice we make affects your daily reaching your weight goals. Do you agree or disagree? If I'm eating something, right, is this something going to help me or hurt me? But here's something in the word called justification. I had a bad day today. I need that bonbon. Come on, right? But if your goal is to reduce your body fat, right, is that bonbon helping you or hurting you? Hurting. All right, for every mile you walk or run, guess how many calories you burn average? 100 calories for every mile. That's it. That's it. So a chocolate kiss, or your bonbon, or your Snickers bar, that's 240 calories. That's 2.4 miles you have to run just to get rid of that Snickers bar. I ain't talking about your butt. Are you getting me? Yeah. So the choices we make, we got to make sure our choices are lined up with our outcome. What are you trying to accomplish? If your goal is to change some of this, then everything I need to do needs to be aligned with that. That's fair, right? All right, here we go. Hey, there's another one. This is Proverbs 19, verse 3. You can write that down and look it up later. But here's something. It breaks down references. I use it in terms of blaming others or making excuses as to why I can't make myself a priority. We blame other things to try and justify why we can't achieve something. But you can. Who's the most important thing right now in your life? Should be yourself. I hate to say that. Because without you taking care of yourself, you can't do anything else for anybody else. Does that make sense? But at times we find mothers, grandmothers, they put everything off and put themselves third, fourth, and fifth. Even some dads are doing that. And what happens? At the end of the day, you got nothing left, no time left over, and all you keep saying is, right? That's not fair. It's not fair to you. That's not fair to your family members. That's not fair to everybody that comes in contact with you. Because that's the sole way of chipping you away. Okay? And now another thing, choice is develop a healthy mind. A healthy mind, focus on why I'm here. Focus on my purpose. Focus on what I'm going to accomplish tomorrow for the Lord. Because that helps you stay focused on what this is all about. Because it's not about getting to a size 12, folks. It's about being able to have the life and be healthy to achieve what God has called you to do. If your focus is just on changing your body fat just to look good, you're going to fail. Because that's not good enough, long enough to sustain a will for change and behavior. Behavior truly happens when there's a change of heart, there's a change of attitude, and there's a change of behavior. Because weight loss is behavior change. Health is a behavior change. And behavior change must come first with a change of heart. Just making sense? All right, I'm not going to take it to the altar right now, but we're getting there. All right, here we go, rest. Okay, it's important to get enough sleep so you can feel better and refreshed the next day to make good choices. Okay? Make time to recharge with your daily life with a spiritual break. This is important because, hey, once again, helps you reconnect. Why am I doing? But it's good to unwind. Because when you're so stressed out, folks, sometimes you're so busy, you make no time to exercise. You're tired. You want to get up to exercise, but you're too tired. You stay in bed. You know you should do something, but you're just too tired. Have you ever been like that? Don't keep your hands down. Don't call yourself. So that means take advantage to get to bed on time. Make it a priority. Listen, if I told you this, if I said tomorrow, I got 100 tickets to go to Vegas, but we have to leave at 4 o'clock in the morning. Who'll meet me at the airport? Am I right or am I wrong? You'll be there. You will be at the airport. Let's go, Casio. Ready to go. But if I say, hey, tomorrow, hey, let's go for a walk. Meet me outside at 5 o'clock in the morning. Snooze. It has to be a priority, folks. And when it becomes a priority and something you really want to do, you would do it. So you have to get excited about making some changes. But that requires the heart to change. Okay? And then it becomes such an ease to get up and do. Okay? But that also requires you to understand that I need to go to bed on time so I can get up and do my exciting thing. Because you know what? You do that. You go to bed on time because you know I got to wake up early to catch my flight. Okay. The thing is, you know how to do it and you're capable of doing it. You have to ask yourself on an individual level, what's blocking me from doing it when it comes to my health? Okay, environment. Here's the thing. Avoid having items in your house that would distract you. Alcohol, folks, some of y'all who like to drink alcohol, let me tell you something very simple. If you're drinking alcohol, you're not going to lose body fat. Counterproductive, works against you. The sugar, okay, empty calories, okay, it dehydrates your body. You're going to learn about water. But also, alcohol produces fatty lipids in your liver, which is fat cells, and keep spitting them out. You ever see a freshman go to college and come back with a big bear belly while all that beer he's drinking? That's from the liver producing all this extra fat. So if you're trying to reduce your body fat, alcohol ain't your friend. Boy, I got silent here. Just being truthful. You wonder why you're struggling. Why some people are struggling. You get your glass of wine, 140 calories? But you do 2 of those. Before you, that's almost 300 calories, 3 miles you need to walk just for that glass of wine. Then you look at the dehydration effect, because you're going to learn water is needed to metabolize fat. You reduce some water in your system. And that throws your whole system out of whack. Alcohol is a sugar, which increases your insulin production in your body. And once insulin secretes in your body, folks, once insulin is pumped out into your system, your body's in storage mode. So if you're trying to change your body fat, eliminate the things that are distracting you from achieving your goal. Choices again. See how the whole aspect of that, okay? All right, here we go. Have tools around to keep you on target. You know, like phone app. They got cool apps now that tracks your miles, that tracks the foods that you eat. Have things around to support you. Have exercise equipment. I ain't tell you to go and get an ab blaster or anything like that. I'm saying if you have it, use it. It's funny how people have a treadmill or elliptical in the house, and it's a very expensive clothes hanger. You know what I'm saying? So before you buy any new equipment, okay, I tell everybody, go walking outside where it's free. And when you build a habit of being consistent, then you could say it's invest in something that you're going to use. Don't buy on impulse. Because you buy it don't mean you're going to use it. True? Yeah. Okay. Here's a great one. Exercise outside, you gain double benefits. Fresh air and sunlight, which are 2 wonderful utilities God has created in our environment to make us feel good, to give us energy. And if you don't believe in the importance of fresh air, hold your breath. All right. All right, activity. Okay, this is a part of creation of activity. Be physically active. Movement is the key. You agree or disagree? We all about this. We heard this campaign, Let's Move. It's important to move. Okay, you listen, folks, your body is the opposite of a battery. Okay? The more you use your battery, off and on, off and on, off and on, what happens to the battery? It dies. The more you sit, the more you die. Simple. Okay? If you have an ailment, if you have an ache, you have anything, move. It'll make it feel better. We have this mindset, well, I can't do anything because I'm uncomfortable. I can't do anything because... No, move. The more you move, your body rejuvenates and heals itself. I ain't trying to go and run a marathon, but just move a little. It's the intensity is different, but you're still requiring movement. We are created to move. The more we sit, the more we suffer, and the more our body becomes out of balance. Okay. Be mental active, develop positive thoughts. Mental activity is important. Puzzles and so on, keep that brain stimulated. But it also develops good thoughts about yourself. You know? Who likes to lose? Raise your hand. Nobody likes to lose, right? So being mentally active and thinking positively can have effect. We're going to learn about that later on. And here's the best part. Have fun. If you ain't having fun, you ain't going to do it. Agree or disagree? You're not going to do it long term. And I don't care what you do. I don't care if you do pole dancing, line dancing. I don't care what you do. Have fun doing it. Okay? You ain't dead. Live. Listen, when you were a kid, what was the best time of the day? Recess. Right? What happened to the adult life and recess went kapooty? That make no sense. Get back to recess, folks. Have fun. Live. Make it an important part of your day. You know? We forget what it's like to be a child. And it's so important to live in a simple life as a child. Because, as you're going to learn, when we get with the Lord, and especially with trust, when we are able to let go and live like a child, we're able to surrender to our Lord. And He's able to take over and do things what we can't handle. And that's the difference between a child and an adult. An adult wants to do what? Control, I can fix, I can handle it. And we have all this stuff to beat us down. That's why we don't laugh as much. We don't enjoy life as much. But a child is 100% dependent on his parent to support, take care of everything it needs. Yes or no? Yes. And a child lives a life like, who cares? I'm all right. Woohoo! Do what I want. I'm going to play all day. That's all I do. I'm a kid. But as an adult, we have this program in us that has to stop. And that requires us to focus on ourselves and rely on ourselves, and we forgot how to rely on Him. So when you rely on Him, you're able to let go of things. You're able to realize that, you know what? I didn't exercise today, but this project's due in a couple of days. You know what? God's going to make time for this project to happen, and guess what? I'm going to go and exercise. Because that's called what? Stewardship, folks. You're being responsible for something that was given to you. True stewardship. And trusting that He's going to take care of what you need to take care of. He said He got your back. So let Him have your back. So all this comes into play to understanding that we allow things to get in our way, and sometimes we are in the way for us changing our body composition. But when you allow Him to take the place where He's supposed to be in your life, then you can put things off to the side and say, all right, I'm going to take care of that later. I'm going to take care of what He wants me to take care of right now. I'll make myself a priority. Because I tell you what, folks, when the doctor tells you, I only have an appointment at 4 o'clock, guess what? You're there at 4 o'clock. You move everything around your schedule to get to that doctor's appointment at 4 o'clock, yes or no? Yes. Right? But when it comes time for you to exercise, take time for yourself, you say, well, I can't find time, blah, blah, blah. Listen, by you moving more, you spend less time going to the doctor. Hey. Costs you a lot less, too. So come on, let's get thought process right. What do we want to do? Okay? All right, here we go. Interpersonal relationship. Okay, this is important, folks. How we interact with other people is so important. But having a team of people to support you, especially when trying to change our body composition, is important as well. So have a support system around you. Okay, if you are trying to change and your spouse is telling you no, and your spouse is making it difficult for you for having certain things in the house, you think that's going to be harder or easier for you to accomplish your goal. All that temptation around you, all that non-support around you breaks you down. Yes or no? And some of you have been there. So it's important if your spouse is not going to take that role, which is their responsibility, because listen to you folks, let me tell you the secret of relationships. It's 110% the other person, not you. Your job is to be 110% whatever their needs are, and their job to be 110% of your needs. Does that make sense? To be it for somebody else. So, if your spouse can't do it, then you go out and you find support. You find a team of friends. You find people you can interact with. You find a coach. You find someone to help build you a support system around you so you can stay on focus. Okay? So important. Create positive relationships. Negative relationships break you down. Yes or no? Okay? So try to choose positive relationships. Somebody's being negative, cut them off. You don't need that. You got to make yourself as a priority. See yourself as a priority. Have people around who's going to tell you, you're beautiful. Did I tell you how beautiful you are today? No. Well, I'm telling you right now, you're beautiful. Okay? That makes you feel good. That uplifts you. You don't want people around you to tell you, I can't do that to her. You don't want people like that around you. Okay? So you avoid those people, cut them off, and you just move on. You focus on the positive people who want positive interaction with you. Okay? All right, and I've said, get a workout buddy. You'd be surprised the success you will have with a workout buddy. Because there's times you feel like not showing up, but the guilt inside of you knowing that they're there waiting on you. You're like, oh man, I gotta. I mean, we're human. We need that from time to time. Accountability is important. Okay? All right, outlook. All right, avoid negative self-talk. We know what that is, don't we? Somebody in your life probably told you that you're a mistake, you're an accident. That's a lie. Okay? You are a diamond. God sees you as a diamond. See yourself as a diamond, not a piece of coal. The difference between a piece of coal and a diamond is what? Time and pressure and so forth. However, but if you saw a piece of coal on the road, we'll kick it. If you saw a diamond on the road, you'll jump on it. Does that make any sense? The thing is, we see the value in a diamond. We don't see the value in a coal. See the value in yourself and what you deserve and what you could give back, okay? And that makes a difference on how you make your choices, because for those of us who have a car or a house, we treasure it, we take care of it. We don't destroy it. We value it. So, it's important. Eliminate the negative self-talk, because that's not coming from the Lord, okay? Let's be straight up. It's coming from yourself and from the other side, and we don't want all of that. Reprogram ourselves. Okay, here's the one you're going to love, called the mirror test. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for this. The mirror test. Get home, stand in front of your mirror, butt naked. Jump up and down. Stop jumping. Whatever's still moving, you say to yourself, I love you just the way you are, but we got some work to do. Okay? What you're giving is forgiveness. You're giving yourself grace. You can't change yesterday, can you? You can't change the bonbons and all the stuff you ate yesterday, right? You can't change that you didn't exercise yesterday, can you? But tomorrow you can. You can make a difference tomorrow. The next 10 seconds you can make a difference. But it requires you letting go of yesterday. Because all yesterday is luggage. The one that wears you down. It's negative self-talk. Trim it, let it go, give yourself grace, and move forward on a different path. Amen. That's it. We all make mistakes. That's okay. But learn from them. Let go of them, then move on. Focus on victories. You can't obtain victories if you focus on losing all the time. Yes or no? You can't make victories when you focus on all the mistakes you made from yesterday. So let them go. Move on. All right? All right. Here's a forgive yourself for your past. Here we go. All right. Nutrition. This is important. Listen up, folks. 80% of all what you're trying to change, all this. Like that dance, right? It's from the 80s. Has to do with what goes in your mouth. 80% of it. We're going to talk some more about some other stuff, but 80% has to go with doing your mouth. Okay. Now, if you're in a boat, folks, and your boat's taken in water, what's the first thing you should do? Some people are going to bail out the water, right? What else would you do? I heard it. Here's the thing. The boat's taken in water, the first thing you should do is plug the hole. Plug your hole. Okay? You need to understand. You can continue to try and do all this stuff to get it all off of you, but you're still putting it in. You got to control what goes in. That's 80% of it, folks. You have to make the right choices. Understand, I need to put the right nutrients in my body. My body has what it needs so it can keep going and control that. Okay. Be aware, it's simple math, folks. Ready for this? For those of you who have extra mass, let me tell you something. Majority of you, there's nothing wrong with your body. You just made a lot of deposits over the years. It's time to bounce some checks. Does that make sense? Okay, that's all it is. It's simple math. In and out, you must have a deficit there. Okay, all right, here we go, bounce some checks. Here we go. Healthy meal plan. This is important. Okay, well, we're talking about 80% has to do with what you eat. Now we're going to talk a little science here. Okay. Consume a lot of fiber, folks. Fiber fills you up, gives the nutrients, the roughness your body needs to keep digestive system flowing right. Eat a lot of green vegetables, loaded with calcium. Okay? They say the average American needs to consume 400 times more vegetables each day. 400 times more than you're consuming now each day. The phytonutrients that are in the greens are awesome. If you're not doing a green shake, I ask you, try it. Go to Proverbs, get some greens, get some collard greens. I don't care where you get it from. Plug it out, put it in the blender, blend it up, and drink it with some fruits and so forth. Try it. Do your own research on it and try and make your own concoction. But add green to your life. It makes a world of difference of who you are. Okay? Your body needs the nutrients. Let me back up a second. inside of your body, when your body processes foods, here villi, call it villi, inside your intestines. And each one's responsible for absorbing a particular nutrient. Now, when you eat something, these nutrients, these villi on this side say, ooh, we got the nutrients what we need. These over here says we didn't get. So the signal goes back up to your brain, try it again. And so that's why sometimes you go and you eat something that's not providing nutrients for you. You come back again, well, I'm hungry again. I just ate. Does that ever happen? And this cycle keeps going and going and going. And every time you put something in your mouth, you're putting calories and it's adding up and it's going and going and going. Okay? For every 3,500 calories, that's equal to about a pound of fat. So you can sit there and drink and eat those pounds on. So by providing nutrients that your body needs, your body says, oh, I'm satisfied, I'm good to go, let's just keep going. Because it's satisfied with the nutrients. Because it's all about nutrients. People like to say, oh, I'm going to exercise first. I'm telling you, eat properly first. When you eat properly first, you have the energy to exercise. Okay? It's like NASCAR. Who likes NASCAR? Raise your hand. Ooh. Okay. So NASCAR, the secret of NASCAR is going around as many times as you can to chew up the miles, right? And coming first, right? But you have to pit stop, yes or no? And when you pit stop, you're getting fuel, right? And when you get that fuel, imagine if you calculated your race and you said, we're going to come in and pit, and when we pit, we're going to get 20 gallons of fuel. So I'm coming in, I'm expecting to get 20 gallons of fuel, but I come in, I'm only getting 10 gallons of fuel. How many laps can I do? Can you think I could do the amount that I planned? No. Okay? Now, if I come in and I'm getting 30 gallons of fuel, how's that going to fill my car? It's going to be heavy, right? So I'm using this analogy to help you understand that how you eat is just fuel, folks. It's food for your body to move. Yeah? That's it. That is it. But we like to make food a social event. Right? And when you go to restaurants, you go out, they put fat and sugar and salt on it so you'll keep coming back with your money. Right or wrong? Okay. We have to understand and make choices and understand if I'm trying to change something, if I'm trying to get to a point where I'm trying to be a good steward, I need to maintain good nutrients. Okay? Avoid sugar. Sugar is not your friend. Sugar, man-made sugar is poison to your system. Your adrenal glands can't process it properly. Your body it's toxic to your system. So it tries to make things up and trying to, not make things up, it tries to absorb it and it messes up things. The difference between sugar and you go and look at a fruit has water and fiber. Okay? Big difference, how your body processes and absorbs it. So avoid your sugar. That means your candies. That means your ice creams. Remember, our focus of this conversation is what? Fat loss. So if your goal is to reduce your fat, these are things you need to understand that these are things that are slowing you up or tripping you up from having that success. For some of you in the room, you've been struggling with this for 40 years, 30 years, 20 years. For some of you, trying to figure out how to do it. For some of you, tried fad diets and didn't work and you yo up and down. This right here, simple principles you could apply